What is going on, guys? Welcome to week number 4 of our Big 12 Team Builder Dynasty. We're kicking today's video off with Ardmore against Cincinnati.
So why am I here? Because Nebraska State's not in this video. But I'll take one for the team.
Good point. Why are you here?
I will be a good sport.
Dang it. Get out of here. Okay. Exit stage left.
Okay.
I got this. He's actually leaving. It's Ardmore Cincinnati. It's Ardmore Cincinnati, number 5 against unranked Bearcats.
Come on, Cincinnati.
In Ardmore Stadium. And guys, we have our Storm uniforms out today. Darnell Savage kicking us off here with a nice catch.
You know what that is? That's just an excuse to sell merchandise and to keep fans interested in a game where attendance is probably going to be down.
That's a very, very good point. You are on to me. You're exactly on to me. We have Stanfield here firing out to Brent Guerrero, catching this pass for 8 yards. And he hasn't missed so far. Stanfield's still in the game here with an option play, and Odell Streeter starting to get a little bit more work. A little bit more workload here in the last few games, that is. David Tomsha checks in, the true freshman, and Joseph McLean, a rename running back, is going to get this carry. The new Jake Wood is going to get 5. 2nd and 5 here for Tomsha, and he's actually going to fire. Oh, nice throw to J.K. Johnson. Cannot reach over the goal line at the 1-yard line. And then Tomsha looking for the option play down at the 1-yard line. So anything Tomsha does right now, he can't get in the end zone.
This has got to count.
It's got to get in.
Come on. Down at the
2-yard line. What do you know? We're still sticking with Tomsha, though. And we've got a play-action bootleg here rolling out to the right. And he's got nothing open, so he's just going to take it in for a nice little touchdown. David Tomsha now with 2 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Hashtag custom recruit bias, perhaps?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Grayson's a custom recruit, though, so
he is.
You can't really say that there's any bias involved.
Ardmore pressure again, and it's going to go for a sack. He's down for 6 yards. James Holmes. Not Jasper Holmes. James Holmes. Nice sack there. Buchanan starting to get more involved in this Mike Denbrock offense. 1st and 10 for Ardmore and Stanfield with a little play action here. What's he going to throw? Out to J.K. Johnson with the catch in coverage. 1st and goal. Little screen pass to Wiggins, and we thought he might have been able to break at least one tackle to find himself in the end zone, but no dice. 2nd and goal. Wiggins in motion, and Streeter busting off one tackle. Can't miss the second. And he's going to only get 1 yard. Stanfield with 2-back set. Streeter gets hit hard, and we can't punch it into the end zone. 4th and goal. It's go time.
I say go for it.
We have to go for it here. We just won the national championship last year. We're just going to play man ball. We get it in there. Xavier Wiggins, our primary running back, touchdown. It's going to be 14-0 here in the second quarter. What are your takeaways here so far?
Well, you are running the ball effectively and making good plays on defense.
Very good plays. Jamar Diggs with this fumble recovery. And I don't recall who stripped that. We'll have to take a look here. I think that was Andrews or Boyd. It might have been Carl Boyd, number 46 there. But regardless, definitely a really good play by Ardmore defense here. Darnell Savage with his 2nd reception of the game. He is now back after serving a suspension in week number 2. Week 3 we had a bye week, so he's coming back a little bit more healthy and clean in the mindset. And he's going to actually drop a pass, but then we get a pass complete here to Eric Buchanan yet again.
Yeah, and I like what I'm seeing out of these tight ends today.
Willie Nelson here with a catch up the middle, and on 2nd and goal we get 4, so it's going to be 3rd and goal at about the 6-yard line, maybe actually the 5-yard line. It looks like that's where the ball is spotted here, but I like this play. We got ins and an out route to Darnell Savage. Nothing's open, but in that corner of the end zone, it looked like Savage was open for just a split second, and he ends up dropping the pass. You got to make those catches.
And you got to make those catches.
Yeah. I mean, Cincinnati's not helping they're not helping their quarterback out right now. Xavier Wiggins up the middle here. Good run blocking all around. Going to get that 1st down. 15 yards on that play. He's been very effective. 4 rushes for 31 right now. And things are looking good here for Xavier Wiggins. So we're going to go back to him, but he fumbles the ball, and Cincinnati recovers it. Oh, you gotta hang on to the football here. And Tremaine Young upset in a 17-0 game here near the end of the half. he's going to bench Xavier Wiggins for the rest of the game. So Odell Streeter is going to get a lot more run here in the rest of this game.
Yeah, you have to protect the football as a running back. That is priority number 1. So now a minute 40 left, and now Cincinnati kind of stuck in between. They don't know what they want to do. Run the football, throw it. Now they're throwing it.
Oh!
Scales underneath. And Ardmore lucks out with another drop. These Cincinnati receivers look awful today.
That's not good. That was so bad. It was so bad. But here's a really good play for Ardmore. Darnell Savage burns the DB for 49. 3 receptions for 82. Here's Savage yet again on a screen. And I think he had... Ooh. Looking on that on second review, it looked like he might have had a good lane to get that touchdown in. Had that pass been thrown a little bit earlier, I think. But 3rd and 5, 15 seconds to go. And I think that was Markham. Markham with the drop. And it's going to lead to a field goal for Ardmore at the half, 20-0. This is what we expected to do.
Yeah, not the most competitive ball game here today. Billy Nelson going from 9, Ardmore up to 242 in passing.
That was David Tomsha with the pass that got completed, and then Tomsha's going to roll out to the right on a 2nd and 1. Going to be a very wild throw, so he's got to work on the accuracy just a little bit. Tomsha's still in there in the 20-0 game here, a minute 55 to go, and Streeter got blocking out in front, and oh, they did not have good gap contain at all. Cincinnati gives up the big play touchdown to Odell Streeter for 41. I sense a little bit of Wimberly Shook type of thing going on here with between Streeter and Wiggins. What do you think about that? There seems to be that dynamic going on here in this backfield.
The Thunder and Lightning. Russell Link comes up with a big sack. 3rd and 21. Reddick to Shelton. Nothing doing. Cincinnati will punt. Yet again, in this thrilling game, Golden got the speed. This guy's a speedster.
Yeah, he's got about 95 speed. So you've got your guy with Ronnie Rouse, and I've got my guy with Aaron Golden.
Got some track stars. Got those track genes.
Here is Ryan Markham here with this catch up the middle. It's going to be a first down. David Tomsha checks in again, and he bust off some tackles right there. That's interesting to see. A little small guy.
He's a tough dude.
4 rushes for 8. Tomsha's still in there again. 2nd and goal and a play action. And he's going to roll out again, looking for something. Not going to happen. So it's going to be incomplete. Throwing on the run should be his specialty, but it's not ending up going to work here about 2 times thus far. J.K. Johnson here on this little screen pass. Trying to get a little too cute, I think, in a 27-0 game. I guess these are things you try out, right? I mean, the game's pretty much over here. 30-0 is trade day. Makes this field goal, and then Carl Boyd with the interception on Reddick.
That was just underthrown.
That was a terrible throw by Reddick, and now Brent Guerrero, the subs are in. The second stringers are in. So Tomsha getting a lot more playing time now. Guerrero with this catch for 7. 2nd and 3. Play action. Complete to Eric Buchanan in the corner of the end zone. I love it. So Tomsha's been trying to hit that route the whole entire game. You know, we can still have a chance at the shutout here. So got to make this play, got to make a stop. But they got slants called, and you know how slants go in NCAA 14. They go positive usually all the time. But we get the W, 37-7. So the blowout was on, and a good win for Ardmore, I guess. I mean, it was something that we had to do anyway.
It was pretty good. How about this game? We have Amarillo at Virginia Tech. This is a ranked matchup here. There's a lot to like about Amarillo coming into this game. They've looked very efficient in their wins over Baylor and New Mexico, and now they have to go to Lane Stadium and take on the fighting James Hetfields.
The Hokies.
Oh yeah, Metallica. They do the Enter Sandman thing.
That's true. That's true.
They should rename their team the Sandmen. Virginia Tech Sandmen.
I like the way you think.
Their mascot's the little sleepy guy with the magic dust.
Sometimes.
The little wizard hat.
Sometimes.
Sandman.
I like the way you think. Sometimes.
Sometimes. It's better than no times. Okay, now this is our first look really at Galveston. We saw him come in last year. He threw a couple passes against Michigan State. This was actually 2 years ago. and did not get to play. He got just kind of shoved off to the side by Rhett Bollinger. But now he's back, and he's trying to make an impact by making those kinds of throws. Ryan Bradshaw for 12 yards. So the passing game's looking sharp right now.
He feels a little to me like when I watch him and when I analyze his game a little bit, he seems a little like Jeff Garcia. You know, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He can run a little bit too, and he's more that West Coasty type of guy. He's not going to be bombing it deep all over people.
Tell the kids out there who Jeff Garcia is.
Jeff Garcia was a former San Francisco 49er quarterback who was in a West Coast type of offense with Steve Mariucci. He also played for the Detroit Lions with Steve Mariucci as he was
I totally remember that.
older professional.
It's one of those weird things, but
yeah, Jeff Garcia was
a weird little chapter in
Detroit Lion.
Yeah, but nobody remembers. How about that catch by Khalil Pimpleton?
Wow, what a great name! How would you feel to have that name, Pimpleton? Nice.
Jalen Holston for 3, and we got some movement up here, up in the house. You got a false start, baby. Going against Virginia Tech. So it's going to give Amarillo a better look here. You got it 2nd and 12, 45 seconds left. Not a ton of offense so far in the game, but John Anderson is going to pick up a few yards there. 3rd and 2. And Darrell Miller.
Or Darrell.
We don't know. We don't know how to say it. There's a touchdown. Riley Hunter. Any relation to John Hunter of Amarillo?
Yes. They're long-lost brothers, and they don't know it.
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting angle. John Hunter.
John Hunter. Yay.
There he was.
Good for John Hunter. 2nd and 8. Keon Sykes is going to get 8, and Amarillo gets the first down. But that touchdown is kind of a physical touchdown for Virginia Tech, so it's important that Amarillo comes back, and Ezekiel Henry, the physical running back, compared to Keon Sykes. Ezekiel Henry is going to get this touchdown. It's going to be a tie game.
Yeah, big
7-7.
All right, the vaunted CPU screen goes for a loss of 4. Good play by Amarillo's D. So now they are going to test Amarillo. He's running backwards.
A safety!
What?
They didn't call a safety?
What?
Why?
Powers with a sack, but Anderson's running backwards. Yeah, there's no way that ball is in front of the
Come on.
plane. That's got to be 2 points for Amarillo. But Galveston,
no!
trying to make too much happen, just floated it up. That was a floater. Can he catch him? That's a total hustle play. If the quarterback can tackle him, and he can't.
Terrible angle.
Ugh.
It was not a good angle by Galveston. He just couldn't catch Bryce Watts. Guys, that's a safety, man. Like, you see it in the NFL all the time, and even in college. Like, they never give the benefit to the defense on those types of plays. It's always like, no. He's at the half-yard line. That's where he's at. But unreal turn of events here for Amarillo. Nathan Hearn here with a 6-yard catch. 2nd and 4. Pass going to be completed up the middle. So John Hunter with 11.
So if Nathan Hearn is getting in, where is Griffin Rivers?
Good
dare I ask?
Question. Very good question. He's in the slot. I mean, you can see him. He's at the very top of the screen there, getting a little
funky equipment.
With a run block up there, but he's just not being utilized in this offense. Questions are being asked. John Hunter, though, going to get a 4-yard touchdown, and we got ourselves a tie football game back in. But the good teammate by Griffin Rivers coming over there and celebrating with this guy.
Virginia Tech is driving before the half, and they get their man, Dalton Keene.
It's not good defense.
Yeah, Anderson's 12 of 13, and he doesn't even have 100 yards yet. And Virginia Tech's got 21 points on the board, so the pick 6 right now looming large as the difference in the game.
I knew you were going to say looming large. Oh my God.
Griffin!
We have a Griffin Rivers sighting, and it was a screen pass, and it was only good for 1. So his first catch of this game is going to go for 1 measly little yard. And then we get a sack here on Galveston by Tyree Johnson. 3rd and 16 now. And the screen pass is going to go for about 11. It's going to be 4th and 5 with 3:52 left to go in the third. They definitely give the ball back. Not good pursuit by Amarillo. Anderson's going to get 10. 2nd and inches. Read option play. Can't out-muscle John Anderson for the first down. First and 10. Here we go. Anderson. Running to the right. Going to get 9.
Man, they are doing a lot of option with a lot of success, too. And now they are going to throw short. Ty Landry on the coverage.
3rd and 1 here. What do you think's coming? I think it's read option again. And it is. And we've got a first down again for Jalen Holston for 7 yards. 21-14 game, 153. Good pressure by Amarillo's defense to stop Anderson short. He's going to get a 2-yard loss. Run up the middle here. Again, Amarillo's defense. What are you doing? What are you doing? Sometimes they get pressure and then other times they don't. It's not consistent.
Right.
But Griffin Rivers here makes this tackle for a loss. So at least we're getting to see him on defense right now.
Man, two-way player going on right now.
He can even play quarterback a little bit if they need him to.
Yeah, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Let's hope not. But John Anderson's going to get in for a 2-yard score. And this is not looking good. 28-14. Amarillo's going to need a quick score because now we're starting the 4th quarter. And they're down by 2 touchdowns. You got to get it going.
Got to get it going. Upset about?
I don't know. Probably because he got stopped short. Probably thought he could make a play. Galveston up the middle, not good. 23 of 32, 184, and a touchdown and an interception. He has not been too great in this game. And then
4th and 9.
Not a good throw. But guys, watch this one more time. 4th down and 9. You've got the underneath if you want to go there. And then look at right here. Let's pause it right here. You got Griffin Rivers on an island out there by himself. That's an easy score. You'd have a touchdown. It'd be 28-21.
Yeah, reports are Griffin is a little upset with his usage, but we talked about how nice he is. Is he going to cause enough of a fuss? And here's something that's going to give Amarillo fans a little bit of hope. We got an interception in the end zone
by Chavis.
Okay, Chavis with the pick. Let's see what they can do. And they're running the ball on 3rd and 8. Is this the freaking Cleveland Browns or what's going on? Freddie Kitchens calling plays?
That screams zero confidence in Galveston. I'm just going to say that right now because that tells me that they don't have confidence they can throw the ball down the field. But you know who has confidence? That
turkey.
That turkey has a lot of confidence. 2nd and 4 with 1:48. Amarillo uses their first timeout. 1:48 still here. Handoff. They're just running the ball. 4 yards on that carry. 2nd timeout. If they get this first down, guys, it's pretty much over. You can pretty much bank it. But good stop by Amarillo here. 3rd and 4. No timeout used on that play because he did run out of bounds. So screen pass here, and it's going to be a first down. And that's pretty much it, guys. Nothing else to show for it. I thought they played decently defensively. But again, it comes down to the fact that Nate Galveston is probably not the guy to push him over the top.
I don't know.
At least not in this game. He definitely didn't.
I just don't think he was quite ready for prime time. It's a tough environment to go on the road to Virginia Tech and play really well. So he'll have a lot to learn from that one. I think Amarillo can bounce back. They still got a lot of good pieces. They just got to mesh together. Get Griffin going. Now here we have a pretty nice looking matchup here. We got Odessa State at Notre Dame.
It's going to be a good one. Play like a champion today, for sure.
Unless you're Notre Dame, in which case, don't play like a champion. Let Odessa State win. Thank you very much.
Yes, please let Odessa State win.
Hey, not everybody wants Odessa to win. There's a lot of haters out there right now. Braxton Austin, Paris Austin, all these guys, they're causing a lot of tumult, okay? And there's a lot of people that are anti-Odessa State. We're going to have to be forced to pull for Notre Dame today.
Yeah, where you're drawing those battle lines, it's, as a Michigan guy, I hate Notre Dame. So
these two programs were voted the most hated in the country entering 2021.
So Sports Illustrated had a whole entire article written about it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Fans were not thrilled with Braxton Austin Sr. Braxton the usurper.
Fans of Odessa State should be really happy with the production that they're getting out of Johnny Johnson Jr., the quarterback. This is actually the first time you guys have seen him.
It looks comfortable. I think he might have checked in a game last year or 2 years ago. But, I mean, it looks like he knows what he's doing. There's Kadir Childs-Harris, his first catch of the game. First action that we've seen out of him. Richard Washington going to fall out of bounds here. So, Odessa trying to not stall here. And they're going underneath. A lot of underneath throws today. Picks up a nice first down for Steve Norton, the running back.
Yeah, you don't want to stall out on this first drive. Obviously, you're the underdog coming into Notre Dame, coming into South Bend. You want to be able to score first, get on top, and basically really just dictate the flow of the game. And this is a very important drive for Odessa for sure. We have a run up the middle here for Steve Norton for 5, and they are threatening. Odessa State is threatening. 2nd and goal. Johnson scanning the field, just getting rid of it. So 3rd and goal. And Orlando Austin going to get in for the touchdown. So he gets in for the first score of tonight's ball game. And we have an upset. Number 8, Florida State beats North Carolina 41-38. And why do we show those? Because it probably has good indications for a Big 12 team.
There's a lot of national implications going on there. Avery Davis up the middle. That's one thing Odessa's had to work on in the last couple of years. Shore up the run defense, get more physical, play smarter up front. There's Michael Young for 13 yards. You got a 2nd and 7 here. And Davis has wide open lane into those hash marks.
Guys, that was so bad. That was so bad.
Yeah, like there's nobody.
There's nobody even there. There's nobody even close.
Like, all right, I'll take it.
So Notre Dame here back with the football here late in the first quarter. Good stop there. CJ Holmes going to get 6. So got one more down to play with. 3rd and 2. Shotgun again, and he's just going to run it. What can you do? Avery Davis has just been killing Odessa State already on the ground. 3 rushes for 54 yards, averaging 18 plus. You got to stop him. I think that this is really what this game is going to come down to. You got 2 running quarterbacks with Johnny Johnson and Avery right here. You got to stop him.
Well, Johnson is more of a pocket passer, though.
Johnny Johnson?
Yeah. Over Dowdell.
Right. But he can run it.
You're right. Here's Jason Kelly making the tackle here.
3rd and 4. Notre Dame firing up the middle. First down to Taylor Edwards for 14. So Odessa again. Giving up big chunk plays here. They're going to run the football. And, I mean, he just powered through. So CJ Holmes, touchdown. Notre Dame going to be up 14-7. So it feels like this one's going to be a barn burner. Just like those dance moves.
And he's burning on the barn right there.
Raising the barn knife. 1:23 left to go in the first quarter. And bust off the tackle with some power is Dougie Williams. I like to see that from my namesake here. Doug Williams with a nice moves. Paris Austin gets laid the out right there. 1 reception for 3. That's his first catch of the game. And then we get a missed field goal for Odessa. Didn't make it. Another upset. Army West Point. Not Army. Army West Point.
Army West Point
beats North Carolina State. And here is... Wow, they're going to give him that catch.
I don't think he caught that.
No way, but they're going to give it to him for 29. And Johnson firing out to Doug Williams again. Brian Parks for 37. Shades of Cameron Willis right there.
Ooh.
The big arm for Cameron Willis. He used to bomb it out deep there to Odessa receivers like that.
Yeah,
all year last year.
I really do think that Johnson's running away with this job here. He's playing so well that there's really no need to even try Pat Dowdell. There's no quarterback controversy right now for the Dust Devils.
No, absolutely not. But we see here Avery Davis going to get crunched.
Yeah, 3rd and 14. There's that screen.
Oh, another big hit.
Yeah.
So Odessa's bringing the pain here tonight on defense. When they can actually make a tackle, when they're in the vicinity to make a tackle, they're hitting guys hard. But Paris Austin stretching across that first down line, gonna get the first down, his 3rd catch of the game. Here's a pass complete to Victor Newton for 3. 3rd and 7. This is a big response drive here for Odessa, and we got Johnny Johnson running all over, spinning off tackles, but can't escape. It's going to be dropped for a sack. It's 4th and 7, and no good again.
He had the leg. I could have made it.
He did?
It's pretty close.
He did. He hit the crossbar, bud.
It was close, though.
Avery Davis going to go down for 7. Gene Garcia with the sack. 3rd and 13, and that screen's got nothing doing. Nothing doing at all. Braxton Austin Sr. going to be calling that timeout, giving his offense yet again another shot. Johnson Jr. up the middle, and the pass is complete. Fighting for extra yardage is Dougie Williams. Love him. I love some Dougie Williams here. Pass, dropped. And another field goal try.
Let's make this one.
They're not giving up on him. He's going to nail it through. So 17-14 at the half. Wow. So Odessa State takes the lead in the half.
Pretty impressive. 264 yards passing, only 15 on the ground. Defense playing well. They are keeping Notre Dame in check, but as soon as I say that, this little 5-yard run there. Okay. 3rd and 2 here for the Irish, and they're doing option. Are you kidding me?
What? What is that?
What was that?
He's going to bounce off a D lineman like that? Come on now. He just didn't get his pad level down far enough.
That's right.
That's what it was. But a nice gang tackle there. CJ Holmes going to get dropped for a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 6. Now make this tackle, guys. See what I'm talking about? The tackling for Odessa has been there when they're in the vicinity to make a tackle. Other than that, defense has kind of been getting gashed on the bigger plays. 3rd and 16 now after this sack on Avery Davis. So just, again, sacks after sacks after sacks, and almost picked. Tim Rosario, gotta have it, man. Gotta have it. So Notre Dame will end up tying the game here with a field goal because they couldn't come up with the pick. So Johnny Johnson Jr. here with a rush, 14 yards, 1st and 10.
Let's see what he can do with the arm here. 6 minutes, gotta clutch up. Nice little busted tackle there.
Uh-oh.
But we get a flag. Is this on Notre Dame? This is probably offensive line or receiver.
Yep, it's on the offense here, and it's Paris.
Oh, Paris. You can't do that, man. It's against the rules.
We see Braxton getting in the face of the referee, like, you can't do that.
That's more like he's just got this entitlement mentality. Like he's owed all these calls just because his name is Braxton Austin Sr. and he's won some state titles in Texas. He's such a namby-pamby dude.
Well, he's trying to protect his son right there. Paris is his son, plus Orlando. He's trying to protect his kids out there as well from these bad referees.
Yeah. You know, it's that helicopter parenting that everybody decries. That's all that is, man.
Yeah, post in the comment section below, guys. What do you think that little scene was?
Yeah.
Do you think that was a little nepotism going on there?
Pretty sure it was. I mean, make no bones about it.
No.
Hey, Odessa can win the game right here, so let's stay focused on the W. Orlando Austin takes the lead.
That right there fired up the team. Braxton Austin getting in the face of that referee fired up the team. It's us against them.
Yeah, I guess it worked. Hey, props, dude.
Props, dude.
I take back all those mean things I said about you.
3rd and 7. Here's a bomb out to the right. Tim Rosario, another deflection. Dude, that's 2 times now that you could have had the opportunity to stop Notre Dame from potentially scoring here, and he didn't come through. So 4th and 7, and Avery Davis going to get sacked. And Odessa State comes through. Braxton loves it.
Odessa is going to win a big non-conference road game. Pinch me.
Well, a lot of stupid play calls here leading up to this minute 46.
Yeah, Notre Dame only burning 1 timeout. So they must have been throwing the football.
They must have been throwing the ball. Bad.
Doing?
Very bad play calling, bad play management there. 2nd and 15 after Davis gets sacked again. So not good situation for Notre Dame, but Davis is going to go ahead and run for it, and he's only going to get 7 here. They have to call that timeout, so 3rd and 8. It's a 3rd and manageable. Screen pass.
Oh, my God.
They're going to go with a screen pass.
Fire Brian Kelly.
Less than a minute left. Now 4th and 7. Time is ticking away here. Going to fire it out to the left.
No.
Caught in the seam.
Faintus makes the tackle, but where was the help? Where was the help from the safety?
25 seconds to go, and Notre Dame up the middle, and the defense not there.
Oh.
And Justin Robinson throws himself into the end zone.
Now that is not clutch.
No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. So we have now a tie football game. Now we're going into overtime. 24-24. What is it with these Odessa State games? Every time we do this, it's always like, well, here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that. And then these late games are always close.
Yeah, they seem to explode late.
Don't get it.
There's another gorgeous screen pass that totally works for a loss of 4 yards.
2nd and 14, and here's Avery Davis. You got to stop him. Stop him from getting that first down, guys. Come on. He's going to get 10. 3rd and 4 now for Notre Dame. 20 rushes for 84. It's basically like a running back in today's game. Davis, nothing open. Got to settle for the field goal, I guess. But Notre Dame's defense is going to have to stop that Odessa State offense that boasts the #1 rated offense in the entire NCAA right now. Here's Johnny Johnson. Dropping back. He's got Paris up the middle.
Easy.
And down at the 3-yard line.
First play. Play number 2. They give.
Oh, nice.
No, it's an option.
That's
and
game over.
Johnson walks into the end zone. Dust Devils top the Irish. And finally, a huge non-conference win for Odessa State. They do it on the road against the number 11 team in the country. Look at Johnny Johnson's numbers. He totally stepped up today.
Who played like a champion? Johnny Johnson. Recap time, guys. 37-7. Ardmore gets the W. We move to number 4 in the country now, only holding Cincinnati to 7 points in that 4th quarter.
As you can see here, Trey Day, player of the game.
Which was weird because there's a lot of other worthy candidates than the field goal kicker.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably because Stanfield wasn't able to score. Tomsha had a couple, but you can't really give it to the backup quarterback. Maybe Streeter, but you spread the ball around a receiver. So I think Trey Day deserved it.
Camus beats up on Eastern Michigan 45-14, and this is a game, honestly, that they needed. They really needed to get back on track, needed to find themselves, and I think that they did in this one. Whether that translates to Big 12 play or the rest of their out-of-conference schedule, that's what's going to be tough to figure out. But 260 on the ground, 4 touchdowns, and 21-34 for Jace, but they also had 2 turnovers.
What I'm looking at here is Camus allowing 203 yards rushing by Eastern Michigan.
And there you go.
Not their finest performance.
Yep, there's that 2 interceptions for Freeman there, but Freeman had 3 touchdowns on the ground, so I guess he more than made up for those picks.
Yeah. Everybody's favorite undefeated team right now, the unranked still Shreveport Skeeters, with a 48-20 win over Lafayette. So what do you think about this one here? Another 500-yard performance by this offense.
Yeah, 248 yards through the air. I mean, it's really what Shreveport needed. We've talked about this week in and week out. This is a Shreveport team that needed to have a quarterback, needed to be able to be aggressive and have a vertical type of offense rather than lateral, side to side, horizontal, basically running the football. And now that you mix that in with Rasheed Davis, this is a team to watch out for, guys. This is a very balanced attack. Canatella led the way, 5 catches for 65. So I think everything that LaDuca's doing with his back up against the wall is working.
This game wasn't very interesting.
Nope. Keneal Mason with a touchdown there, guys, by the way.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how bad this game was. I assumed Indiana would hang in there. 73 yards passing. I mean, what's going on here with this Little Rock defense? This defense is nuts.
It's pretty nasty. This Little Rock team is nasty. That's the best way I can describe it right now. They got a pro potential player here with Gunnar Rivers, 5 touchdowns, 77%.
Look, they let Tompkins play this one, and he goes 2 of 5 with a pick. So now I don't think there's any question that Evans is going to be the number 2 guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then on the ground, you got Green and Monet with 90 yards each, a touchdown. Wilson, 163, 3 scores. Mason, over 100 yards and a touchdown. And that defense. The Pony Bowl, Midland State beats SMU. I picked SMU, and this one wasn't even close. 24 points, 24-7 in the first quarter.
Yeah, look how many touchdowns were thrown by Kent Collins. Midland hangs 653 yards.
Woo, baby.
Man, our offense has just exploded this week. I mean, they really did in a big way.
Oh, my God.
543 for Kent Collins. He's making a name for himself, man. Wagner had 83 and 2. And then the receivers. Look how much they spread the love around. Between McKinley Harris, Claude Gray, the backup quarterback, 100-yard day. Blake Storm with 63. McDonald, I believe, tight end, with 114.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, it didn't happen.
Disappointment of the week goes
Come
to
on.
Broken Arrow. And you thought Broken Arrow might survive this non-conference schedule, might go 4-0, set themselves up to make a bowl game this year. All you got to do is win 2 Big 12 games, and nope, they lose to UConn.
Wow.
In overtime. They give up a touchdown with 3 minutes left. But I mean, Buchanan Simmons at least had a nice game.
Look how many overtimes that it went.
Yeah, so I mean, you look at the total yards, it doesn't really match up with the total points scored. I guess UConn pretty healthy, 474, outgained Uba, 252 rushing. I mean, you can't have that. Christian inaccurate, 44% today. Did have a rushing touchdown. Buchanan Simmons, how about that stat line? 5 catches, 31 in 4 touchdowns.
So 80% of his catches were touchdowns.
Wow, that's going to help out the year-end numbers. But Uba, very disappointing loss here. Could have had this one.
This one wasn't even close again. This was really Big 12 week.
Except for Uba.
Except for Uba.
47-7
ACU over Western Kentucky. Hassan Bonner with, what was that? 3 touchdowns? 4 touchdowns?
He's got a lot. 313 rushing for ACU today.
Yeah, they're sticking to the running game a little bit. Maybe they just wanted to do that this week.
Yeah.
They haven't really been doing that a whole lot during the season. It's been mostly that passing attack with Joe Russell. But we see Bonner had 3 receiving touchdowns.
And a rushing, so he's very active in this offense.
We saw this one, the barn burner that it was, 28-14. And when we look at Galveston's stats, it wasn't really anything remarkable. 184 yards through the air, 23 of 33, a pick, a touchdown, 184, 69.
It's not good enough.
No,
running game wasn't good enough either.
Maybe we have to attribute more to Virginia Tech's defense. I don't really know what to attribute it to, but
Griffin Rivers,
that's a big one. I mean, this offense has players. It's got John Hunter, Quan, Keon Sykes, Bradshaw, Sledge, Griffin. It's not like it's a bad offense. I think the quarterback right now, it's either Galveston's got to step up, or they might be looking to Justin Davis, that young guy.
I believe in Galveston. I think he will get this thing going. I say get Griffin Rivers more involved. I think he deserves more touches. Very lackluster beginning to the Griffin Rivers show. This game was pretty exciting there at the end. Odessa State knocking off Notre Dame, and nobody's happier than this guy, Langenfeld. He had a pretty tough game. A couple missed field goals early, but they did not even need him in overtime as Johnny Johnson Jr. saves the game with his feet. And it was a pretty good showing, I would say, by Braxton Austin. The first major test of Braxton Sr.'s career.
He's got the quarterback.
They passed it.
He's got the quarterback playing well, guys. 77%, 356. It's just like right where Cameron Willis left off. And that rushing attack, they're working it in a little bit more than years past. But the passing game was strong. Orlando Austin with that fourth quarter touchdown to put them up 24-17. That one was a big one. But Paris Austin went kind of missing again in a big game. It's really interesting. It's an interesting dynamic. 4 catches for 63. I wouldn't really call him out on it, thinking that he doesn't have that big game gene. I think it's just teams are taking him out of the picture and forcing him to throw somebody else.
Another busy week in the Big 12 in the books. Got a couple losses this week. I hope your picks were okay. A little disappointing in Amarillo and Uba, but we are going to turn the page to next week, and we got, I would say, a full slate of games. Nobody's off, so we got 12 games this week here. Let's start looking at Rutgers at Denver Tech. And Rutgers is actually looking pretty good right now.
I did not expect that. I was thinking of looking at like a B+ type of thing. They're just on a little bit of a hot run, but no, they're pretty good.
UCLA, Notre Dame, and Minnesota, and they're all these road games. And now they got to go at Denver Tech. They're coming off a loss, though, last week to Minnesota. Yeah. Denver Tech's defense looking very sharp at 247 allowed per game. Offense is there. What do you think Rutgers challenges at all?
Nope, I really don't. I think that it's a good team. They've played some good teams already on their schedule. They even beat Notre Dame. Losing to Minnesota that last week, kind of really, in my mind, we know who they are at this point now, and I don't think that they're as good or on the same level as Denver Tech. I think this one's another blowout. I think it's the NCAA is the Big 12. I think Denver Tech. Does that make sense? I'm saying like the NCAA, the college football is the epitome. The Big 12 is the epitome of college football. They're the conference to beat. They're the top dogs, and I don't think Rutgers has any shot.
I think Rutgers is going to push them.
You really do, huh?
Yeah, I think they're going to get pushed. I do think they will win.
Wow.
I think it's going to be tight.
Okay. Guys, do not be fooled about Shreveport and Ball State. B+ rating. B defense matching Ball State. Don't be fooled about that. I'm still taking Shreveport. I think that they are the real deal this season with Rasheed Davis in that running game. Defense is looking decent. Not the best, even though they're number 9 there. I mean, out-of-conference play really doesn't say a whole lot to me until Big 12 play hits, but I'm still taking Shreveport.
Yeah, me too. I think Ball State might hang in the mix for a half, maybe. They do look to be one of the better teams in the MAC, so it'll be interesting to see. I know they nabbed that running back from McAllen last year. It's kind of interesting. Durbin, I believe. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think Shreveport should win easily. This one should be interesting. I'm looking at Purdue right here. 320 yards passing per game. How that matches up against our sorry defense, pretty well, I would say. Good news is, looks like Purdue is struggling to stop the run. So the way I'm looking at this, it's going to be another shootout.
Yeah, I think that it's going to line up through another shootout again. I think you hit the nail on the head here. Nebraska State, I think you guys can get the W. If you're able to get the win against Fresno on the road, you should be able to get this win against Purdue, especially with Shinosky in that offense. I think that if you don't turn the ball over, I think you're going to get the W. So take Nebraska State with some confidence. Not a lot, but with some confidence. UTEP at Amarillo. Amarillo kind of gets a little bit of a break here, something that I think that they might need to get back on track. The loss against Virginia Tech was kind of a stinker, but I think that this is a good chance for them to get back in their winning ways.
Yeah, they're going to throw too much defense at UTEP. Offense right now ranked 76. I think they should easily crack 450 yards. Bump those numbers up.
Tulane at Little Rock. Take Little Rock. No questions asked. That offense is on fire. That defense is on fire. Look at the total defense right now. Number 1 in all the land. Rushing defense number 1. Pass defense number 7. And the offense is number 21. They don't even have to run the football because they got a pro quarterback and they've got all these offensive weapons through the air. So take Little Rock. It's just too much for the Green Wave.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking at Tulane as a B-. I'm like, any chance of an upset? I don't see it. Not against the Battlehawk defense. And another little tune-up game here. McAllen probably going to roll over Tulsa. Tulsa did hang around against Oklahoma State and UBA, but I'm looking at Harkless Blair and the running attack. I think they should have a field day, should easily push Tulsa around.
It's another blowout potential game. I'm taking McAllen.
A little more interesting, but unfortunately for Utah, they are 0-2 in conference play. Their one win came against Illinois on the road, but we see Midland State has now vaulted to the number 1 offense in the country, averaging 572 yards per game so far.
Average.
In their 3 games. So we see the scores again. The points haven't totally been there. I mean, 34, you know.
Well, the defense has been there, though. 14 points against them, 13 points against them. Obviously, the 2 teams that they've played are not top-level opponents, but this team is pretty good. They got some talent. They have some talent. That secondary is what's really helping this team out on defense, I feel like. I really do.
Yeah, I'm looking at Midland. They're not as stacked as they used to be, but it might actually work in their favor. Maybe there's a little more pressure, like they know that they got to step up individually. They can't just lean on other players. I think psychologically, maybe this Midland team, even though they're a little bit thinner, maybe they're in a better place.
Western Kentucky, who just got blown out by ACU. This is a measuring stick game for Kansas A&M because we just saw ACU blew out Western Kentucky. So how is that going to translate to Kansas A&M? Are they going to be able to blow out Western Kentucky as well? Like, what's the margin? What's the spread here? What's the victory going to be for KAMU?
This game makes me a little bit nervous.
It does make me nervous, but the question is why? Why does it make you nervous? If we saw what we know what ACU can do. They're one of the elite teams in the country. They blew Western Kentucky out.
Yeah.
But where does that leave KAMU? If we're worried about this game, then that means KAMU doesn't really stand a chance against ACU.
Well, no. Well, here's what's going on right now. As of Sunday, the day after Week 4, Kansas A&M is listed as a 9.5 point favorite over Western Kentucky. That's going to raise some eyebrows. It's going to get people thinking like, whoa, I thought this team was going to be at least 2 touchdowns, 17 points, but I mean, Western Kentucky, they haven't shown it, but it looks like they have a decent offense. I mean, they played some tough teams, Marshall and ACU, so...
Marshall was good last year.
Yeah. And this team was probably pretty good. Probably Eastern Kentucky or James Madison or something.
FCS East.
So, KAMU. I mean, Eastern pushed them a little bit. Tough loss against Wisconsin. I think they'll squeak by in this one, but I do think that spread is pretty realistic at 9 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Kansas A&M. I think they're better. Maybe. I think they're better. Maybe. I don't know. Uba and Troy.
Another scary game.
Yeah. Lamont Christian, 44% completion percentage is not going to cut it.
Ugh.
Not going to cut it in any game.
No.
Any game.
You could be playing Troy, and it might come back to bite you. Troy right now has the advantage on some of these numbers, although their level of competition a little bit lower. They did play Boise and an FCS team that they blew out. They played Alabama State. Okay, so looking at that, I think that Uba will squeak by in this game, much like KAMU will. But I do think Troy is going to take him to the brink. Lamont Christian not going to play very well. Defense is going to be kind of middling. It's just that type of team. Like, this team has the loss to UConn last week, I think, killed their bowl chances. Because now they got to go 3-5 in the Big 12. And I don't see that happening.
It was a heartbreaking loss to UConn, and we look at this Troy matchup and we think, okay, so was the UConn loss a fluke, or is this really where they're at? I'm taking Troy.
If you guys have been noticing the last 2 weeks, the bottom line, you had some pretty interesting results. A 2-point loss at Mississippi State, a shutout win against Washington State, who no longer has Mike Leach, and a touchdown victory against Arkansas, who just beat Florida. So this team can play, man. I know they're B-, but 17th ranked offense in the country, and you can't stop the pass. No. I don't know. I think you'll be able to score at will, but I would not be surprised at all to see Louisiana Tech give you a little bit of a challenge.
It's the same thing over and over again. We can't seem to stop the passing game, and I think that has a lot to do with the amount of minutes that we have for the game, because we always seem to come out on top. We always seem to win the game.
Well, it's because
we give up.
The CPU doesn't run the ball against you, but they pass against you all day.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's just the structure of the game.
Yeah.
But your secondary is not that great to begin with. So I think Louisiana Tech gives you a challenge. I think you'll win. I don't think it's going to be as easy as Cincinnati was last week.
I do. I think it's going to be.
I think I'm just doubting.
I think it's going to be as easy as Cincinnati. This one's simple. Take Ardmore with confidence. UMass and Odessa State.
Yeah. No upset
here. Nope, absolutely not. You can't go into Notre Dame and beat that team and then lose to UMass the next week. I mean, maybe if they take themselves a little too seriously, that it could happen, but I don't think that that's what's going to happen, because I think Orlando Austin is in there with Paris and Braxton, and I think they've got this connection with going on that everybody's pumped up and everybody's feeling it and they're reeling it in. Everything's clicking. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for week number 4. Leave a like if you like this thing, and of course, make your picks in the pick'em form below for week number 5. And by the way, guys, the standings have been updated as well, so make sure you guys go check that out. Week 5 will post on Saturday morning, so please remember, we are posting on Saturday morning, 11 a.m.
And check this out, no games on week 6. The entire conference is on a bye, so we're going to advance into week 7 after you guys get to see the recruiting boards for the first time this year. There's some interesting developments going on that front. And then we get into conference play.
And we can't leak that info just yet. But yes, week 7 is conference play, so we're starting a little bit later this year, but we got some good ones with McAllen, Camu, Odessa Ardmore. That should be a good one there. Midland State.
Shreveport's got their number.
Yes, they do. And some pretty decent ones here. You've never beaten Little Rock, so that'll be cool. That'll be a good one. But
it'll be fun. Just something to look forward to.
Yeah.
We gotta get through these games. I'm calling this Landmine Saturday.
Whoa.
I mean, you got Rutgers, Denver Tech, Ball State's got a chance, Purdue's got a chance, Utah's got a chance, Western Kentucky, Troy, and you have to dodge Louisiana Tech, who looks like a tough team. So
you keep saying
Landmine Saturday.
You keep saying that. Keep doubting. Keep doubting Ardmore. We'll prove you guys wrong again. So guys, we'll see you on Saturday. As always, peace.